Hello, this is Steve from Activation Fitness. It's quiet here today, as it should be right now. Most of you I've worked with here at the studio. Some of you haven't seen in a while. Just wanted to send this quick video out to help some of you with how to exercise best at home. Ideally, we'll get you back here soon, where I think we can be a lot more efficient and effective with the machines that we use and just the one-on-one instruction, but there are some things you can definitely do at home to help you in the meantime to maintain some of your strength. We'll kind of give you some ideas of how you might utilize other things around the house and maybe even purchase some stuff online for now and in the future that's pretty inexpensive. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go through some exercises, kind of do some upper body, some lower body, do some explanation while I'm doing it. This won't be an act. You can, if you're using this, you could kind of just have your phone maybe while you're working out and just do one of the exercises, pause it, and then go back. Because I'm not going to spend an hour, going through the whole workout, but you could just utilize this to help enhance your workout. All right, so we're going to start with some basics. One thing you can do for your legs is using a ball, which a lot of you have at home, and putting your feet up on the ball, and just going to do, you can usually put your head back, bridge up, and then do a curl, working a lot of muscles, but focusing primarily on your knee flexors, hamstrings. You'll feel quite a bit in your calves, but you'll also get a lot of the stomach and back, just stabilizing here to hold yourself up. If you want to make it more complicated, you can do it one leg at a time. Like that. Okay, so that's that. Another simple thing you can do with a ball is some crunches, which actually the ball works outstanding for crunches, especially when you don't have other equipment. The ball goes into your small of your back. Putting your hands across your chest is where I prefer them, and just going to crunch. So you're not coming way up here necessarily. That is something you can do, but it's not really a crunch anymore. It's more hip flexion. So you're coming in, putting the ball in the small of your back, and just feel yourself crunching, bringing your rib cage towards your hips. Okay, that's a good one. And you can also even just, do a little bit of a twist with it, just to change it up. That's a real simple exercise. Another thing you can do, I don't know if you have a mat or anything, is just simple holding the legs up, you can start with like single leg drops, keeping your knees straight as you can, head back, so your upper body's pretty relaxed. If you want to make it more challenging, you can hold on to something behind you, which I don't really have right now, and then do double, which gets, you can feel, if you don't have the strength to stabilize that, you can feel some stuff in your back, which you might, so you want to be careful with that. Some people, just to make it more creative, will just feel a little different, hold the ball up, do the same kind of thing. That way you can squeeze your adductors a little bit together while you're doing that. So just another variety. Moving on to some other leg stuff, there's lots of ways you can do squats, and you can utilize various things. Like you can even just use a plate. I know some of you had some plates. Holding the plate pretty close to your chest. Just come down, make sure your butt goes back, keep your chest up and down. And remember with squats, you can do it, you can use all kinds of, you can use stuff around the house, but if you have like a dumbbell, this is a 30-pound dumbbell, just come in here, squat down, bring it up, and down under control. Again, chest up. Make sure you reach back. It's nice to have a bench or something to sit down. You don't have to actually sit down, but it gives you something to reach for and reminds you to get your butt back as you're doing it. Okay? So we're going to move into some upper body, and one thing you can do is just some overhead. I have a 30-pounder. Go. There it is. All right. So some overhead press with the dumbbells, and if you don't have a bench, which you can put at different angles, which is ideal, you can just use anything you can sit on. Because I'd rather, most of the time, I want you to lean back a little bit and coming up under control. Everything's slow and controlled. Good overhead press. If you want to mix it up a little bit, you can bring it in here. Bring your elbows in. changes the which muscles you're recruiting, get a little bit more of the front of the deltoids. And there's good, okay? So that's a real good thing for your shoulders. Another thing you can do with any kind of a bench or something to rest yourself on, doesn't have to be, you know, it's technically a bench, but it's kind of ideal. It's doing a bent over row. So come in here like this. You want to end up with your about 90 degrees at the elbow. You don't want to be here like this. You don't want to be trying to end up here. You want to just pull an elbow straight to the ceiling. Pause at the top, down under control, and that's going to work. That's going to be similar to like when you do a row, a seated compound row like this, or when you're doing the pull down, it's working similar muscles. So back to some legs. What you can do is take those same weights you had before and find something that you might have to start out a little lower. This is like a little small step that you have around the house coming up. And you can either just step up like that, or if you have the ability and you want to add a little more challenge as far as balance to it, you come up like that. And that's going to be really good for your quads, among some other things as well, like which I won't get into all the details, but I'm going to try and give you a variety that's going to work a lot of different muscles. So obviously you would do both legs with that. Okay, now, so we've done some shoulders, done some abs, we've done quite a bit of legs. We're going to do some more arms. I'll need that a little closer. All right, so lots of things you can do with bands. They're not I prefer like a cable machine, but most of you aren't going to have that at home. So what you can do is pull it across like this. Okay, that's a good exercise for the back of your shoulders. And the more, green is usually going to go yellow, green, blue. So, and you can also, if you need to try and change the resistance, you can do put two together, see what feels right. Okay, and obviously you're going to turn around and do the other side. Nice thing with bands and stuff like this is you can put it at any angle. So you could tie it to various things and to get it lower. And here, I'm going to raise. So now you can take this here and raise up like this, a little different angle. Again, slow and controlled. Don't let it whip down. Bring it down slow. Okay, so those are some good things that you can do. If I could come over, make it come over this way a little bit. So some more for chest. Push-ups are awesome, and there's different ways. I prefer, a lot of people like to do the push-ups like this, which is okay. You can certainly do this. I prefer, for various reasons, which I've mentioned to most of you if I train you on a regular basis, is to have more so your force is going straight through the forearm. So if you have access to something like this, these are good. You can either do them modified or like a regular push-up. And those can be done anywhere, obviously, very simple. If you don't have access to these, but you have some weights, you can do basically the same thing with weights. Put those down and do the same thing. Like that. Okay, when you're doing this, remember, because I'm always reminding you guys when you do this, is to squeeze together when you're doing any kind of a push-up. Get that chest firing hard, okay? And with these same thing, you can modify it a little bit. Come in here more like this. You'll actually focus more on the triceps. Like here, okay? We'll go right into a couple other things now, more for like your core, for abs. If you can buy various wheel type things online. Some of you might have something like this at home. And what you can do is just coming out here, bring it in. And the key with this is not how far your arms go out, it's how far your body goes down under control. So you don't want to be sagging down like this. You don't want to be here like this. It's going all down as one unit. And then Similar to that, you can also do just a regular plank, which most of you always have done. I recommend doing this not with your hands together, but your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Start from down on the ground, lift up. So when you get up to the top, your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. So you're gonna start with them kind of behind your shoulders. Come up, right underneath. And then if you want to make it more challenging, you can do leg raises. You can alternate. You can also do leg raise out to the side. Leg raise out to the side. Some people like to throw in a side plank. You can do holding this here. Again, not sagging down, holding it up. But you could also, if you want to add a little variety to it, you can actually drop down, bring it up, down, and up. And do that on both sides. And remember, with a plank and a push-up, anything like that, you want to be straight as a board. Not down here, not up here, holding that steady. Okay? A couple more things. So we worked a lot of shoulders, some chest. We did the bent over rows for a lap. Another good thing you can do is some triceps. One way, it's real simple to do that, is your traditional skull crushers. Keep them up, straight up in the air first, drop them down slow, and then bring it up under control. The key with this is you don't want to be coming here or here. You don't want to come down and be like this, and you don't want to come down and be like this. You want your upper arm to stay right where it is. Hold it steady at the shoulder. Stabilize at the shoulder so all the movement is coming from the elbow. You don't want your wrist to change. All the movement is from your elbow. Okay? And then there's 100 ways you can do biceps, but just a good old dumbbell bicep curl is great. So coming up here, and the key with this too is that you don't go forward or back. It's just holding that here steady. Nice and controlled, drop it all the way down. If you want to feel a little extra burn towards the end, you can do some where you just come about halfway, do small pumps. But generally speaking, kind of work through the whole range. Nice and controlled, okay? Those are the main ones I want to go through today. Like I said, I'll probably do some more of these, and if you have specific questions or specific exercises you want to go over, I'll be happy to do that, and we can send out some more things. But for now, I appreciate you watching this, and look forward to seeing all of you soon. Have a great day.